Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is DestinyAi. I'm your VTuber here, giving you news and updates on some really cool tech that interests me, so I hope it interests you as well. This is our second update on the Viture 1, which is a smart glasses that has been on Kickstarter for a little while, and yeah, this is just the second update on the progress and some questions. So let's get right into it. So first off, the Viture 1 is currently sitting at $1.637 million pledged, over 2,500 backers, as you can see, with 19 days to go as of this filming. So they are getting close to the halfway point, and yeah, obviously they are going to get funded, and with that obviously comes some stretch goals. So I will show you those here that they announced. So at 1.5 mil native 3D movie player, which they have obviously reached. At 2 million, they have a head gaze control, so the headset does have three depths of field movement. So what that means is that you can turn your head like this and up and down like this. You just can't move like this, so it doesn't recognize your head in like full 3D space. It just recognizes basically the tilt and pan and roll. So, and then at 2.5 mil, looks like they have a matte finish colors. That'd be kind of cool. I like those. And then their 3 mil goal there is a neckband charging case, replacing their current charging case, looks like. So, not sure if we'll get there, but we'll see what happens in 19 days. So with that, also, I wanted to also give you a heads up that Viture also has a new YouTube channel that you can go to. Just look at Viture or Viture 1 and you'll be able to find it. But I'll also have the link and then the description below the video. But they just uploaded a few days ago some really quick connectivity videos here, showing you how they connect to like the Switch and using the dock and to an iPad and PS5 with remote play. So really cool. They show the glasses getting hooked up, and then they just move the camera around to like inside of the glasses so you can see the video. So recommend you check those out as well. Okay, now I just wanted to answer or just let you know about some questions that people are asking on the Kickstarter site. That seemed to be a theme. So the first question is there a way to combine the dock with the neckband? Because, you know, it has a neckband and then also has the dock, which can be used to connect to any HDMI device wirelessly to your headset. So is there a way to combine those two together? And Viture said, yes, you can connect both the dock to the neckband to get around like 10 hours of like constant gaming time. So plenty of time to do anything you want to do, gaming, watch movies, or whatever, if you need that extra time. You can also connect a USB-C power, I believe, to it. Yeah, like a power brick through USB-C to it for extra power as well. Next question: can you charge the mobile dock while using it? And they say it actually depends on how you're doing it. So, let's say you have like a PS3, for example, like an older PlayStation console, and you connect that through HDMI. the USB-C 1 port on the dock will be available for charging. So, but if you use the switch, the C1 port is occupied. So basically, if you use the switch, the answer is no. But if you use an HDMI device, the answer is yes. So there you go. Next question, can the neckband connect to multiple Bluetooth devices? So the answer is yes. The neckband uses the Android TV OS. So yeah, you can hook up, as they say, any keyboard, mouse, game controller, headphones, all at the same time. Next question, what does the waterproofing look like on the glasses? Sorry about that typo, and the neckband. So the whole system is not waterproof. It is not recommended to use outdoors when it's raining. So yeah, it's made to be water or sweat resistant. So you can use it when working out and stuff, but preferably indoors. Or if it's outdoors, just make sure it's not raining. Next question, does the Viture one work with VR content? So as I mentioned, it does have 3DOF ability, which means that it has tilt and pan, and I believe roll like this. I can't really roll my head. But besides that, it doesn't do like 6 degrees of freedom. So you can't like move around like this and have it recognized. So it's not like an Oculus Quest or anything like that. But with that in mind, you can still say like place the window where you want it, and then you can hit a button and it will stay there even if you look around like this, right? So it'll stay with you. And you can click the button again, and then it'll move with you as you look around. So that's really cool. I really, really like that. So yeah, obviously if you want to do VR stuff, right, you have to use a VR helmet and not this system. Is Viture one compatible with the Steam Deck? So as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, they have a new YouTube channel. They show a Steam Deck being connected to the glasses. So yes, the answer is yes. It'll work with Steam Deck. It's basically just a second screen right there. So you can connect the USB-C output from the Steam Deck to the glasses directly with their own cable, and that works. A few questions here. Why is the refresh rate 75 Hz and not 120? Well, very simple answer is that, first off, 120 Hz displays are not cheap. They are more expensive. And the one that they're using, the micro OLED used here, is set for 75 Hz. And so that's perfectly fine for any game that runs at 30 FPS or even 60 FPS. And not a lot of games run at 120 at the moment. So that they were going for like the most common, gaming scenario here, which is understandable. Why use Wi-Fi? Why use Wi-Fi 5 and not Wi-Fi 6? Obviously, again, Wi-Fi 6 is the newer product. Not much benefit for this kind of product. It's not going to be any faster for this product, and it's going to be more expensive. So why even use it? So that's why Wi-Fi 5 was chosen. Why doesn't the lens darken to 0% and instead of 5%, which is the maximum? So they said due to current limitations on the electrochromatic technology, 5% dimming is the lowest that it can go to. So pretty straightforward answers here. Is there a microphone built into the glasses? Like, can you use it for like calls and stuff like that? Yes. So people seem to be missing this feature. Yes, there is a microphone, but it's built into the neckband, not in the glasses. So that's a point you need to know. If you want to do calls or any kind of voice commands using the Google Assistant or whatnot, you need to have the neckband. And then how much storage is on the glasses? Well, it has 128 gigs of storage. And you can easily connect your PC to it and copy over files, say like a 3D movie, and watch in 3D on the glasses from the internal storage. Now, there's no micro SD slot, as a lot of devices do. Unfortunately, that would be really awesome to have. Unfortunately, that is not a feature, but you can connect external hard drives to it to expand the storage. Is there a camera on the glasses? The answer is no. There is no camera on the glasses. It is purposely built for gaming and watching immersive content. So it is not a AR glasses in a sense where it has any external cameras that are tracking the world around you. No, it's nothing like that. Is it possible to use the glasses as a 2D monitor for a PC or a laptop? Yes. Pretty much like any USB-C device, any device that has USB-C output for video, you can connect to the glasses, either to the glasses directly with their special cable, because you need a special cable from them for USB-C to their connector, or through the dock, which has like USB-C and it has HDMI inputs. And last question we're going to cover here is, does the display have any kind of leveling? So obviously, like when you're like tilting your head or whatnot, you want the image to be level and not, kilted over to the side. So they have two modes. They have a following mode where the picture stays with the glasses frame and it follows your head. So it's right here, and as you move your head around, it stays with your head, like it's pinned to your head. And then there's a pin mode where the picture is pinned in the space. So you can pin it here, and as you move your head, it doesn't move, right? So it's like an AR feature where you can like pin the frame anywhere you want. Well, in certain corners, I think. And then as you move your head around, it'll just like stay in place. So that's really cool. I really like that. So I could be like watching it here, and then maybe someone's talking to me. I can look over and not like have the image like blocking them, right? So really good a really good feature. I really like that. Okay, well, that's it for this really quick second update to the Viture 1 Kickstarter, guys. I hope you're excited for this thing as I am. Again, I am a backer of the neckband and the dock, so I got the full system. Really excited for it. And yeah, again, if you have any questions for me about it, please put them in the description below, and I will be putting out another update here very soon once we get near, or basically when the Kickstarter ends. So all right, guys, have a good day, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.